sleeping on the floor when you deserve better. Got you reeking through the cold even in warm weather. I told Meek I wouldn't trust Nikki. Instead of beefing with your dog, you just give him some distance. We all make mistakes, let's not be too Pacific.
Yo, man, what is going on? What's good, everybody out there, man? This is your man Q in the building, Mr. Level Up. It's Super Arrogant somewhere. He got technical difficulties. You know, he got to fix that whack-ass mic. But we in the building again. I know it's been a minute. And, man, that's feel like we haven't done this in a minute. Or at least I haven't been on in a while.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
I know, man. Y'all, I bet y'all missed this, though. But, hey, man, you know, this is the Critical Dump Podcast, and I got some special guests in the building. My man, Eb and Vic from
the BuffetBoys, and we out here. You feel me? Out here.
That's what's up. What's up? Hey, man. First of all, I want to say thank y'all boys for coming through. Y'all didn't have to do this, but I appreciate y'all coming through, chopping up game with us.
Nah, man, we appreciate y'all for extending the invitation, man, and I know Vic, as myself, man, we are excited to get this shit going. You know, we are avid listeners of y'all. So I think this is going to be an amazing podcast. I know you got some great topics on deck, and we ready to talk some shit, man.
Hey, man, that's what we do.
Hey, damn, man. They got me gassed up like a motherfucker right now. I only get this excited when football season roll around, man.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
Hey, man, you know,
oh, shit.
I do got to say this. My man Eb got the throwback on. That's right, the throwback Raiders.
You see it.
That boy just bought it and then came a throwback yesterday.
I literally just took off the tag right underneath the brim. I'm out
here. Man. That's cold. Man, you know what? I always said, man, you know, Vegas do need a team, but I don't know how I feel about the Raiders leaving Oakland, though, man. I'm like,
me neither.
Man,
Trust me.
We
the same. No, yeah, it should have been the Rams. Should have been the Rams.
Yeah. The Rams ain't shit in St. Louis. They ain't shit in L.A.
They definitely do shit out here.
Nah. Hey, hold up. Before we also get into it, I got my man DJ ISO on the line, man. What's going on, player?
Man, I know y'all doing a show.
Yeah, man, you better
But look, I'm in LA right now.
Oh, sure, you out there right there. You out there.
The fries.
Get the Chris cut. What? Hey, you know it, Carl Jr., son.
Oh man. Now we over here talking about
what's the deal, yo?
Man, we in here just chilling. You already know, in here talking noise. I got my boys from the BuffetBoys in the building.
What's up, fellas?
What's good?
Going on?
What's good?
Y'all boys off.
Damn thing trying to enjoy this California sun.
Oh, you're out here.
Man.
Oh, you're out here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Soul be moving around like he funded.
Hey, he official, man. He official. He's flying.
Oh, just hey, man. How did the benefit go?
Oh my God, dog! That shit was amazing, man. We had Maria Howell showed up. Maria Howell is one of the old actresses, or one of the actresses from The Color Purple. I think she was like 5 when that movie came out, or something like that, man. So she came down and she sang like 3 songs, bro. It was off the chain, like. And she was cool as shit. Like, she wasn't one of them stuck-up people. She didn't duck out early afterwards. No, she stayed late, ate the food and everything. It was awesome.
That's what's up, man. Look, I wish I could have made it, but I had to go do some networking for us to try to, make some connects. You know how we do.
Yeah.
But we were also talking about this Vegas move for the Raiders, man. We were like, in my opinion, the Raiders leaving any part of California, in my opinion, is almost like the Cowboys leaving Dallas for San Antonio or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Nah, that'd be like them moving to Idaho. Nobody wants that shit to happen.
The Raiders were moving to San Antonio. That was proposed for a minute too. And my man Vic was like, if they move to San Antonio, I might just have to give it up. And I'm like, yeah. Shit, I don't know. It's a little tough.
San Antonio got them baddies though.
Yeah,
you can pull you one.
They got the seawall and and the boardwalk and all that old stuff.
Hey, so y'all stay out in Texas, right? Y'all from Texas?
Man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I'm up here in D-Town, and everybody else is like down south. Well, Seoul usually around Dallas as well too.
Okay.
I'm from everywhere.
Hey, that's very true.
He's like Pitbull.
The moving around is
Mr. 305. Mr. Worldwide.
Hey, they should have never gave a nigga a passport. That was the last thing they should have fucking did.
That boy say he international. Hey, that's the best way if you want some jump offs. You ain't never got to go back.
Hey man, I'd have been to Canada and Mexico all in the same damn week. You want to talk about a spectrum of culture?
Yeah, man.
God damn.
Damn, I'm just happy that wall that Trump's supposed to be but didn't catch you.
Oh man,
dude.
Come on, man.
Look, you remember what I told you when he first said that? I said unless they're gonna build that wall like 200, 300, 400 deep, that wall ain't gonna do a goddamn thing.
Yeah,
bro, you can fly over the wall. But better yet, how about swim around it? The Gulf of Mexico and in the Pacific Ocean.
The thing is, these motherfuckers dig tunnels to get through Mexico, so I don't understand what the wall's gonna do. I ain't gonna do a fucking thing.
Nothing.
But he only talking about doing the wall and building it for like 60 something miles. It's like, bro, the distance from Omaha to like Baytown is that long, and that's maybe an hour. That's roughly 45 minutes to an hour drive.
Yeah, you right.
So what are you trying to do?
That's what I said.
Check this out. I ain't hear him talking about building a wall in fucking Canada.
Nope.
Man, you can't keep the Canadians out. Or
hell,
the
they
Canadians
probably
ain't trying to get in this motherfucker. Trust me when I tell you they chilling.
You know what? The Canadians are probably building a wall against us. They like, nah, damn, them niggas is they wilding over there.
The Canadians are taking our comedy jobs.
Yeah, keep those motherfuckers away.
The Canadians ain't doing nothing but chilling and eating Tim Hortons. That's all they doing.
And fucking all our women. That's all they're doing.
Shit.
all of them.
Hey,
Weekend. That dude with the big forehead. What's his name? Tory Lanez.
Who's that?
Goddamn Drake, boy. Goddamn
tearing down all our women.
On the map. Hey, now you want to talk about some baddies? There are some baddies in Canada.
Oh, I heard. I heard in Toronto they got some bad ones. Like bad ones.
That's why I was at Toronto. I didn't get a chance to explore because I was kind of on lock.
Kind of on lock, huh?
So my eyes is everywhere.
That means the missus was with him.
Oh yeah, man.
That's all that means. The missus was with him.
He had his guard with him.
I can't call her ball and chain. That'd be kind of fucked up to say.
It be like that sometimes, man.
I'm not saying ball and chain.
Especially if she listens to the show.
I'm not saying ball and chain.
Yes, you can't say that. I'll go ahead and say it can be like that sometimes. It ain't no wrong with that though, See, mine not here. I can talk all the shit I want.
And guess what? If she hear this shit, I'm gonna say Q said ball and chain. I didn't say that. I am not saying ball and chain.
I would never say anything like that. Really? He said I said that? No.
Y'all stupid.
I blame everything on Q.
Oh yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Man, y'all hearing this, man? Yeah. Make it be the fall guy.
Yes, because you're the shortest.
Homeboys are for.
You hit the ground faster.
Alibi.
Kiss my ass, Rita. Oh man. So
alibis and excuses. That's what homeboys for.
Oh man. Speaking of all that stuff, so your girl, Tomi, ain't got no job no more. She out doing that.
You ain't got no job, Tomi.
Man, why you playing?
Tomi Lahren?
Yes, Tomi Lahren. Yeah, man. She got that good old.
She messed. Hey, what happened was she messed around and made sense.
She broke code. That's what happened.
Broke code. She went off script.
She went against the grain for a hot second.
Off protocol.
So we gonna roll right into that. So I'm I'm gonna let my guests go ahead and hop in. Matter of fact, I jumped off that. Where can they find your podcast, and what is it about, and where are your social medias?
Vic usually does that shit, so I'm gonna fuck it up. So I'm gonna let him introduce that.
All right,
man. So our podcast is just pretty much me and Eb spitting, normal banter that me and him used to have on the porch and just talking shit about everything, And I think it's for everybody. It's obviously pro minority, and we're trying to get a little piece of the pie here. And you can find us on Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, man, pretty much anywhere.
Spreaker.
Spreaker. Yep.
We're part of the Urban Mogul Life Network now, so we're on that with the Sweats and Suits podcast. I'm sure y'all have checked them out before. So we're definitely collaborating, and we're on some, moving up slowly but surely.
Yep. And you can catch us on social media on Instagram and Twitter at Boys, on Facebook, BuffetBoys Podcast.
All right. That's what's up. Well, Vic, since you in the talking mood, man, what you got to say about your girl Tomi?
Well, man, look, every time I seen her talk some wild ass shit, you can kind of tell that she gonna go off the handle at some point, and that's the problem with all these guys. They eventually go off script, and they're eventually not radical enough for their radical ass fucking crazy right wing groups, and that's what she did. She pretty much was like, yeah, I think we should have the choice to do what we want with our bodies, and that ain't normal for right wing,
All right. Yeah, man, what you got to say?
Well, to be honest with you, man, ever since I heard this girl, man, I never believed her in any way, shape, or form. I think what she was doing was trying to sensationalize shit, obviously, to capitalize off of it. And I don't think at one moment did she really have that much hate. She knew what it was. You know what I mean? She knows where she can get her money. She knows what she is. She knows she's a face. She's just this white girl. She's young, and right-wing conservatives loves that shit, especially if you're spitting a whole bunch of nonsense and fucking ill rhetoric. She knows that's going to garner her the attention that she needs, especially on the platform that she had on the Blaze Network. You know what I mean? Like, nobody watches that shit except for motherfuckers that don't want to see people have abortions, don't like any people of color. They just want to eat their fucking mayonnaise sandwiches and fucking drink whiskey all day. You know what I mean? So it's like, I never once really believed that she was really, really, really about that life. It was, again, more so, let me go ahead and I'm on a platform. Let me make as much money as I can. And I think what happened was she was on, what was it, The View, I think? And she was around a bunch of women, and she knew she was about to get fucking flamed if she said that bullshit. And so she was like, I believe I should be pro-choice. That doesn't mean I can't have these other ideas. Mm-hmm. And I mean, shit, it is what it is. And I can guarantee you she's going to find a job somewhere else. Oh, yeah.
I think she knows what she was doing. Though. I think as soon as she said, I don't believe a man should tell a woman what she should and shouldn't do with her body, that's when they got her. They was like, oh, okay. So I don't control you? That's what you're telling me? I don't control your pockets right now?
Let me show you.
Okay. Let me show you something real quick. Bitch, you're fired. Your Facebook, give me that too.
Yeah, all that.
Hell yeah. We made you. It was like one of those things. So kind of like she got caught up in the hustle, basically.
Well, see, the thing is about that is she's the one that she put it on. She put the Blaze Network on. I had never heard of the fucking Blaze Network until her ass came out.
I did.
I mean, real like mainstream. That was
what's his name. That's what's his name's channel. What the fuck is his name?
Glenn Beck.
Glenn Beck. Yeah, that's his shit. So
yeah, but what I'm saying is until Charlemagne started, interviewing her, and until she started going to the what's the show with what's his face, the South African cat.
Oh, you talking about the Daily Show?
Yeah, Trevor Noah.
Yeah. Until she got on that really pushed that network out, and that really started getting those Twitter followers, those listens outside of the right wing conservative.
She is clickbait though. She is like the personification of clickbait. Yeah. Like she's pretty, right? She good looking, When she got that crazy in her eye, which them right wingers love, got that fucking "I'm gonna murder you" in fucking in her eye.
I murder you and get away with it because I'm a cute little white girl.
Yeah, so she's talking that wild shit. She's talking absolutely crazy shit. So she is a personification of clickbait.
Yeah, I mean, because you look at it,
so
like you said,
all that runs its course, though. You know, all that eventually goes away. So who knows what she's gonna find? Maybe something for a little while, then she's gonna be gone, just like any other.
Yesterday's trash.
So
I got
our local correspondent.
I got a question though.
All right, hold on. Let me say this one thing. So our local correspondent who has the Jack Mike, he also put this out there. So my man E said there's also speculation that she was basically interviewing for The View or CNN, being that her contract was going to expire in September. So could it be one of those things where she was kind of putting herself out there for other adventures? Because somebody gonna pick her up.
Either that or she knew her contract was up and she was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go in. Probably. One of those two. But this is my question though. Who would murder her better? The TYT, the young white dude, Hassan Piker or Ryan Davis? Because Ryan Davis be tearing her a new one, and Hassan Piker be giving her the business. And he kind of like her, but he be going in on her. And then that other dude just don't give a damn, and he flame her up all the time.
See, the bad thing is so easy to talk about her though, because she get caught up in. There's points where she be like, you'll spit some facts like, hey, we do have errors. She'd be like, well, I have the right to believe what I want. Well, no, bitch, this is not a debate. What are you talking about?
It's like, damn. Wasn't she was the same one on the Daily Show that was talking about, like, I'm a millennial and we don't believe in labels. But then on, even on...
the label yourself?
She used the label to label herself on that show. And then on The View, she called herself something else. I'm like, God damn, how many labels are you going to use? You unlabeled, accepted millennial?
I'm telling you, man, I honestly feel that half the shit that she's talking about, she doesn't even truly believe. She's just saying it for the sake of getting those views, getting that bread. And like you said, she's on The View. Some were speculating. Maybe she was interviewing for a role on CNN. Maybe she's for The View. It makes sense to me. Again, it's just all about making your money. She's a face. They gotta
replace Raven Simone, so.
Oh yeah, you need to get her.
Replace a dummy with another dummy, So.
That's why she gonna try to bring back That's So Raven, the show that nobody asked for. But anyway, that's another story.
It's the greatest show you're not watching.
I do find it funny though, because I agree with you. I think she just really was out there hustling, because you look back at how she wasn't saying none of that shit, but she knew what would get the views, and especially in this type of thing, almost all advertisement, any publicity can be good, because they're either gonna tune in to hate you, or they gonna tune in because they like. Hey, think about sports. People can't stand the Cowboys because of how much people talk about them. But you gonna watch them lose, or you gonna watch them win.
I do.
Yeah.
Either way,
I'm tuned in every Sunday to see that L.
See, exactly.
And they don't lose. Like, that's the craziest thing. The whole season, they just like. How many losses did they have the whole season this year?
Like two.
Like, damn. I gotta give big up. That's true. I gotta give big ups to Dak and Ezekiel Elliott. Dak did his thing, and as much as I hate his shirt, Ezekiel Elliott did his thing too.
Hey man, listen. You should be thanking the Raiders for letting y'all pick up Dak Prescott, because we took Connor Cook instead.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all think.
What did y'all take Connor Cook? Y'all was setting yourselves up for failure.
Hey man, that was like an Al Davis pick. I don't know. Somehow he just came out and he's just like, "Hey, go ahead and take this guy that no one cares about." All right, sure, let's go ahead and take him.
Al Davis was
picked from the grave.
He picked up. What was my man? They only got him because he ran a 4.2, but dude couldn't catch his life. A lot of
Rocket Ishmael.
Exactly.
Oh no, you're talking about the young cat that recently.
That was like back in like 08, 07, something like that.
Yeah, he's playing for the Colts now, I think. Or he played for the Colts for a little bit.
Yeah, and he's trash.
Oh. I mean, a lot of picks he had were trash. Yeah, true. Jamarcus
Russell.
Oh man, fat man.
Spent $60 million on lean. That's all he's doing right now.
How is that possible? Like, I never thought about it. I was like, think about how much that is.
That's a lot of bread.
That's
60 mil, like you said, you're straight. You're straight. That drop $1 million a year.
$1 million and y'all never see me again.
Hey man, I'm
gonna tell you that right now.
I guess I can't say too much because I think didn't Vince Young spend like $3,000 at a Cheesecake Factory or something like that?
Yeah, but that's $3,000, and that's the Cheesecake Factory, bro.
And Vince Young had bread too. He had bread at that time, so $3,000 ain't nothing. That's
I don't know if it was either 3 or 30. I mean, I had to look that story up because it was like some ridiculous amount. You like, nigga, that's just the Cheesecake Factory. How do you do that?
Because Q, you said it. It's the Cheesecake Factory. You know how many people used to go to the Cheesecake Factory like it was the club?
People still go to the Cheesecake Factory like a club.
Exactly. See, you say Cheesecake Factory, niggas get hype.
But like, think about it. Like, the food's not really that expensive. You'll spend more at Papados. I don't know if y'all familiar with Papados or not, but it's basically a seafood restaurant out here. You'll spend more bread there
it's
for
good.
a plate. It's
way
right.
Overpriced though.
Yeah, it's all right. But you might as well go to Red Lobster for the cheddar biscuits, you know. But
Hey.
You hit that sore spot there.
Nah, man,
watch your mouth. Why easy now? Cheddar biscuits is off the chain.
Exactly.
Well, the cheddar biscuits are fine, but everything else overpriced.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, so I guess sticking with football. Man, so I don't know what's the update on. As far as I know, he hasn't found a team yet. But Colin Kaepernick, you know, the infamous Colin Kaepernick. I guess we gotta say it like that. And honestly, when you look at the numbers, you're like, why, nigga? Fucking Geno Smith got picked up before this dude.
He did.
Mark Sanchez found a team before him.
Butt fumble.
Mark Sanchez. Senior butt fumble.
I'm like, these dudes found another team before college, which even then you look at it like this. I don't care what anybody say. I'm willing to bet money to anybody who's not a San Francisco fan or who's just not an avid football watcher. Name me a starting receiver outside of Torrey Smith for the San Francisco 49ers. I'll wait.
I can't. Michael Crabtree, but he plays for the Raiders now.
He played for the Raiders now.
Crabtree's been going for 2 years, so shit.
You can't. But he still also managed to throw 16 touchdowns and I think only like 4 or 5 picks or something like that. But still, with that lack of talent around you, you could have put Joe Montana on the team again, and they'll still been trash. But here's the thing that is funny is that they try to compare him to Ray Caruth. Now, for people who aren't familiar with him, now I remember it was an article saying that Colin Kaepernick is as vilified as Ray Caruth. And for people who aren't familiar, Ray Caruth was a dude that got his jump off, tried to murder his jump off for having a baby because he ain't want to pay that bill. So Vic was done last time. Yeah, man, what you got to say about all that?
You know, real quick side note, I literally just heard that Ray Caruth is getting let out next year. Like his bid is done. Yeah. And the 2018 he's getting let out. And they were saying that his son is going to be right there waiting for him because you know he killed the baby mom and they saved the baby.
Yeah.
That kid's 18 now. So that shit's going to be fucking
nuts. That's going to be
That's just ill. I was reading that shit. I was like, what?
I couldn't do that, though. I'm like, can you imagine going to see your pops knowing that he murked out your mom?
We running that fade on site the minute.
We run out, bro. You might as well turn around and go back in, or both of us can go in. I'm finna off you. Like, we finna fight right.
You better tell them if you can stay. Because if I see you in these streets, we gonna have some issues.
You might not see. Yep. But nah, man. You know, the crazy shit is you can't compare a fucking murderer to someone that's standing up for a cause, for a just cause at that. But this goes to my point that the owners in the NFL, we're talking about what? Rich, very rich white individuals.
Yes.
Right? and these were senior execs, right? Front office individuals that were saying this. They were saying that those sentiments were pretty much hold true with about maybe 8-9 other teams. And it goes back to, again, listen, just because you're making bread, that doesn't take away the fact that these motherfuckers are still racist. There's still a little that underlying, factor, which is we're still making money, we're still paying y'all. And just because you see these people high signing, shit hasn't really changed just because there's money there. But the fact that you compare someone who's standing up for Black Lives Matter, for wanting to kneel because he doesn't feel that the American flag represents all, and especially minorities, I don't know how you could see the wrong in that, because those are truths, those are facts, they're out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Only people that want to turn a blind eye and act like it doesn't happen, those are the people that are up in arms. You want to use the flag when it's convenient, but when it's not, I don't know what to tell you. So comparing Colin Kaepernick to Ray Caruth is probably one of the dumbest things I've ever heard, at least in 2017. I've heard some dumb shit at the beginning of this year, but this has to take the cake.
Alternative facts?
Yeah, man. And they were also saying that, Colin Kaepernick isn't he's not blackballed from the NFL.
Bullshit.
Obviously, they're not gonna come out and say that shit.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Johnny Manziel said that Johnny Manziel got at least a phone call from the New Orleans Saints.
I believe it.
And he got in the league and was a terrible troublemaker, an alcoholic, a woman beater. Yeah. And he was horrible on the field.
Yep.
Colin Kaepernick took his team to the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. Yeah. 1 year, but get 8 wins the next year, and then you start stripping him of all of his talent. You take all his talent away from him. Like they started when they took who was the running back?
Gore?
Frank
Gore. You took Frank Gore away from him. Then you take Michael Crabtree away from him. You take Anquan Bolden away from him. Yep. And you leave him, and you take Vernon Davis away from him. You leave him with
all those guys that retired.
Expect him to, plus Patrick Willis retired. You take away the main guys on their defense. Goodson or whatever.
There's a lot of them. I would say San Francisco went one of the something that doesn't happen. You had like 4 or 5 guys retire.
Yeah, just like that. Just like that.
Yeah. It's like, funny, and he can't get a job, man. And they say that I'm sorry, I'll take a Colin Kaepernick. He's like 6'6", 225, 230. You know what I'm saying? Still got a good arm. Still can outrun people. I take him over Johnny Manziel every day of the week.
Yep. All day. All day.
Everybody knew about everybody knew about Texas A&M. Who the fuck knew about Nevada before Colin Kaepernick got there?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Nah.
The crazy
Nobody knew about the Nevada Wolfpack. Thank you.
My problem is that no other players in the league are speaking up. Like, no one's standing up for this shit.
They had one. I remember Richard Sherman did. And it's actually funny.
No, Richard Sherman goes.
Now they're talking about trade rumors with him.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's coincidence. I'm just throwing it out there. You can interpret it any way you want. But I remember he was on First Take. He was on First Take. It was him and Michael Irvin, which I got a lot to say with Michael Irvin, and of course everybody's favorite Stephen A. Smith, which Stephen A. said the most slavish thing I've ever heard.
Most Sambo-ish shit.
And I was like, I just heard it, and I was just like, I just had to walk away from the TV. I was at work, and this cat said, "Well, we got to kind of realize that Colin upset the establishment." I said, "What?
Wow." He was allowed to say that on TV?
He said that. And I was like,
don't he know what he just said?
I think he knows what he said. He does a lot of that shit too, man. There's a lot of interviews, a lot of his shows. He's like, he throws some subtle shade, and sometimes I think he just forgets. He just says that shit. Right. Like that in particular. Him and Charles Barkley have the same thing. It's like, as much shit as Charles Barkley has done, if that was somebody else, he would have been kicked off the fucking show. You wouldn't have had a show on TNT.
They keep Charles Barkley around. They have to. But
that mother, I mean,
you can't openly admit that the establishment exists. That's like having a platform and openly admitting the Illuminati exists.
See,
you can't do that.
Here's how it works, though. Excuse me. I noticed this with a lot of people, and after I say this, Vic, I want to hear your points, and then Eric, if you got anything to follow up, if you're working, go ahead and chime in after Vic. But I noticed this is how it works on TV. They only allow the people who say other bullshit to say real shit, because you then shroud it with the bullshit. So I remember, I think a while back when Don T, Mr. 45 himself, was running. And he was saying some real things, talking about, the establishment this, it's not fair, the system's rigged, and this, all these different things. But he said so much other bullshit, you like, oh, man, that's just him being him. He just talking that bullshit still. It's almost like to say, it's like if you want to cheat on your girl, I hate to say it, tell her the truth. She ain't going to believe you anyway. It's one of those situations.
Nah, you never tell the truth when you cheat. I'm not cheating, by the way. In case baby, don't even trip. I'm not doing nothing. But you never admit ever. You run that shit until there's tangible proof, until there's a video, and even if there's a video, you got to denounce them. Like, nah, that wasn't me. That is not me. That's not me. That's just some other.
See, you got to say it like this.
That's my brother.
So you gotta say it like this. If your girl be like, "Well, where were you, man? Man, I had my jump off, man. I don't know why you tripping." But you say it like that, she be like, "Nigga, what's that playing?" Okay.
You got to establish that relationship with it, though, that you always saying it and it sound like you're joking, but you're really not.
There you go.
For real. If you don't establish a relationship with her, like, man, I'm finna go to my baby mama house, and you be like, I'm finna go to my sugar mama house, and she be like, I'm finna go to my sugar daddy house. You be like, all right, cool, whatever.
All right, cool.
And y'all know y'all joking, but in real life, you serious, but she's just joking still. Yeah. So that when it actually happens, it was like, I've been telling you the whole time. That's where I'm going.
You just
didn't believe me. You thought I was joking.
Oh man,
that's
Vic, what you got to say on this whole thing?
I've never given anybody ever.
Yo, I mean, man, I actually I wanted to see what you guys thought about this, because I just found out about a little topic since we're on the the soccer league in America, MLS, just instated a brand new rule this season that every for the national anthem. What y'all think about this?
Oh man. One, I think, how can you establish a rule that everyone must do it? I mean, unless you're trying to say, we want people to be in unison as a team, but other than that, I highly disagree. How you gonna go and tell somebody, you better do this, otherwise you're gonna have consequences? I don't know. I think that's where the quote unquote establishment is taking things way too far, but nobody's gonna say anything about it. Rito?
Yeah.
Whatever. Fuck it. I mean, if I'm an employer and I'm getting paid by you, and that's a rule that you came up with, if that's a rule, then fuck it, I gotta follow it, or I don't and reap the consequences. That wasn't a rule in the NFL, so that's why it happened the way it happened with Cap.
I can see it being a rule
that's like, if it's not a rule now, it's not a rule now. It's going to be a rule every league.
I can see that.
And
you're talking about the head of all sports is talking about, hey, everybody must do this. But I mean, in basketball, my thing is standing up is one thing, fine, but there's no obligation to put my hand over my heart. Like, that's another thing. Everybody made a big deal about, well, they didn't put their hand over their heart. That's because you don't have to. We never had to. In football, basketball, in any sport I've ever played in, have I ever had to put my hand on my heart, but for anything except the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yep.
So when everybody making a big deal out of, well, all these guys put their hands over their hearts, but this guy didn't. He's trying to be a rebel. It's like, no, we've never had to.
Yeah.
It's never been a thing. Like, no.
They did the same thing with Obama when he didn't put his hand over his heart.
Oh, Beezy. Now,
Yeah. I don't know if y'all remember that. Yeah, they try to make that a thing where he didn't put his hand over his heart, but then people brought out the whole "you're not supposed to" thing, and that blew their argument out of the water.
That when they did start showing pictures of Don T not doing it as well. Oops. Man, what's going on, man? This is a critical dump. Y'all on the line with the critical dump. I got my the Buffet boys in the building. My man Eb and Vic. And we in here talking on all this craziness and dumb shit that's going on. Right now, we talking about Colin Kaepernick and how they are, quote unquote, they're not blacklisting him.
Yeah, they're not blackballing him.
Yeah.
Of course they're not.
Yeah.
That's the reason a very tall, extremely athletic quarterback doesn't have a job in the NFL, where you still got motherfuckers like Mike Glennon. Mike Glennon has a job. Get the fuck out of here, man.
I remember that. I said, man, it's awful when Mike Glennon is a prized possession. I'm like, do they not remember when he started? But that's another thing. Vic, you were making a point, man.
Yeah, I forgot where I was going with it.
See, Rito, you fucked everybody up with Mike Glennon quote. He can't even say it.
Hey, I'm just saying, though, like, how the fuck are these terrible trash bag, unproven ass quarterbacks still in the league? And you got all of this talent in this one dude. You got more talent in this one dude than you do in the bottom 10, like the bottom 10 NFL free agent quarterbacks.
I don't know, man. Ask Josh McCown. For some reason, people keep
Josh
giving him
McCown has to
Wow. Geno Smith is still playing football. He is still considered a starting quarterback in this league.
Yes.
I don't know how. He hasn't proven anything. But again, like you said, like Stephen A. Smith said, even though it's not obviously he shouldn't have said it, but he's going against the establishment, and that's what he's doing. And when you do that, you can pretty much kiss the game goodbye.
But what is he actually going against? He's not going against shit in the NFL.
But see, you got to understand, to us, he's not going against anything. We see it as a just cause. He's standing up for something that's right. To these white Americans, to these quote unquote patriotic Americans, he's going against that. When in reality, he's doing the opposite. He's trying to stand up for everything this country should stand for and what we say it stands for.
Yeah.
All right. We got our local correspondent. E, is your shit working now, sir?
Fuck off. I had to use another means to connect in, but I would like to interject in that. So, like, for example, when we talk about the establishment, if anybody remembers the story that happened about roughly a couple of weeks ago, anybody know Jared Kushner, the son-in-law of Donald Trump and husband of Ivanka? So you probably remember a little while ago when I think one of the CNN contributors actually made some off-the-hand comments about the Trump administration, and Jared decided, you know what, I'm gonna go to their owners and I'm gonna complain. So he went to Time Warner and said, "Hey, yo, y'all need to get these dudes under control." I mean, this is the exact same things that's starting to happen. Is that people, these establishment figures are clamping down on free streets, and there's some coordination with some government figures, because at this point right now, Jared is technically, I believe he's a federal employee now because he's a senior advisor, including Ivanka, who a few days ago she wasn't. She was acting in a capacity, but she technically wasn't a federal employee. Now she's a federal employee. So the cabinet has pretty much become just pretty much its entire family.
Nepotism.
Yeah, exactly.
Extreme narcissism.
No, there's no problem here. He's just putting the best people in the right position, right?
Man. Fuck out of here.
But I mean, this is where the lines are starting to get blurred now, because like, how would you bring in a person who is the owner of a business and say, we're going to bring in Jared Kushner, he's going to bring some business ideas to government. You're essentially now merging and making government now irrelevant to where the business sector is supposed to be managed by government, but now business sector is now pretty much managing the government. So the government has pretty much no say-so at all at this point. We've become a plutocracy at this point where we're being ruled by corporations.
So are you saying that RoboCop was right?
Sure, yeah, let's go with that. But let me bounce this idea off you. Me and a friend were literally talking about this topic yesterday.
You ain't got no friends.
You're just mad because you ain't the only one in my circle.
Shots fired.
Hey, I don't want that circle here. I'll go ahead and do that.
But we were talking about burning the flag and whether or not it should be allowed. And of course, one of the people who had said that it's a form of symbolic speech, I forget his name, the guy who's being replaced as the SCOTUS pick, Antonin Scalia, that's his name. He even said that it's a form of symbolic speech. And my friend was saying that, yes, we should ban the burning of the flag. But my retort was that if you ban burning of a flag, which is just basically an image just conveying a message, you now put on the line where if anybody comes to a protest with a sign or a shirt, any graphic that portrays a message, you potentially put all that shit on the chopping block because you wanted to ban this one particular one. All they gotta do is say, fuck it, take out flag, put in a sign that has a pussy on it. Like, what? I'm a feminist. Hey, that's offensive. No, I can't. You can't be rolling around with that.
They're trying to do that in Arizona. They're trying to prevent people from even like the thought of protesting. I don't know if you guys. They were trying to pass a bill.
Oh yeah.
Anyone that's like starts like a Facebook page, like, oh, we're gonna protest here. If anything happens, you're responsible. Prosecute them. Yeah, they could prosecute you for starting the thought of this.
It could lead to a potential riot.
What?
Yeah.
So they're trying to like start some precursor type stuff.
Yeah, it's like thought police. Yep.
Yeah. And that's what they do.
Take all First Amendment rights away.
Yeah, I heard Jeff Sessions. He just put something in the works where he wants all violent offenses prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, but in between that, anything that could potentially lead to a violent crime should also be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Meaning, if you have some weed on you, if you were selling some weed, anything that essentially may not be considered "quote unquote" a violent crime, but has the potential to lead to a violent crime, prosecute them to the fullest extent. And that's subjective. You can spin that shit. There you go. You can spin that shit however you want to.
Yeah.
Be careful of these movies. Pay attention to movies. Movies will tell you what is going on.
Hey, man, look, y'all just named I don't know how many different movies. That's Demolition Man. We got RoboCop. We got Minority Report.
Shit, seems I rolled by The Matrix. You name it, they done probably said something about it.
Oh man.
It just is what it is. Man,
things are getting crazy out here, especially with Fox's front man, everybody's favorite dude to hate, Bill O'Reilly, fuck ass. And Eric, it was Senator Walters that he was talking greasy about, huh? If I'm not mistaken. I think that's her last name.
Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters.
Yes.
Maxine Waters.
So he gets on, and I guess she was addressing an issue and a concern, and basically all her concerns with Don T, which that's another thing. It's like this dude has the most, as far as I remember. We've only seen 3 presidents as of right now up to this point. As far as
most of us, yeah,
and we technically only voted for 1, technically. So.
That's awesome.
Don T, as far as I know, he has the most controversy in a few months?
Bro, he been in since January. It is now March. Oh no, it is the first. It's the 1st of April, and it's been one issue after another issue after another issue. Like, he's had more issues in this amount of time than any president I've ever seen in my life.
Like, dog, think about this.
Never even heard of.
If you were at a job and had these many write-ups, nigga, you would have been out the door because your 90-day probation is done. Straight up.
Gone.
I don't know if anybody saw the Tomi hearing where he disclosed that FBI was investigating for Trump ties with Russia. Mm-hmm. But if you were to look at that hearing, there was a segment where one of the gentlemen up there was literally he said, he's like, hold on. He pulled out his phone and he was literally reading a tweet.
Oh my goodness.
Talking about Comey had dismissed the Trump ties with Russia. And he was like, is this true? And Comey was looking like, what the fuck? I literally did not say that. Like, I have no comments on this.
Yeah, that's all I can't even speak on that.
But y'all know what I don't realize? And it's the easiest thing. All of them dumb people who say dumb shit like that, all you have to do is repeat the same thing that they said back to them, and they gonna refute what you said to them that they said.
I would just be like, word G, Twitter. That's your source. That's what you're gonna come with, huh?
Word.
That's
the age we live in. That's the age we live in. That's where everybody gets most of the news sources. It's either fucking Facebook or Twitter. And the cool thing about Facebook is they're implementing that little fake news, whatever the fuck it is. They're putting on some sort of
filter.
Yeah, filter that if you put up something that just there's no fact behind it, it'll let you know. I wouldn't even let you put it up, from my understanding. So, so hopefully, man, we moving towards that, because there's a lot of shit out there that's just like, this shit ain't real. Like, this shit don't even make any sense. First of all, so
can I say something about fake news, man? Like, all right, look, I agree that fake news is probably a big problem nowadays. But if you're not smart enough to discern things that are not realistic from things that are, then some of the issue lies within you. Like, if you're believing every single thing and you're not putting any critical thought behind it, then a lot of the problem is with the reader, not with the news. I've had a big problem with, people reading, like Pizzagate shit, and they're like, "Oh man, can you believe this? Oh man, get the fuck out of here. You're a fucking moron."
Hey,
you gotta put some critical thought behind what you're reading. You can't just believe everything that's going on, man.
I know of this thought that you speak of,
sir. Anybody with any familiarity, man, brief me on Pizzagate.
Oh, Pizzagate, man. Pizzagate was the to put it short, it was owner of a pizza parlor. Hillary Clinton had a like an underground wild sex ring, and people were believing it, and it went so this was Alex Jones thought baby, and I don't know what you guys feel about Alex Jones, but that guy is a fucking moron.
They coming for us, y'all. I'm sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, no, they went as far as some dude went into the pizza shop and took a shot. At I don't know if he was at the owner, but he definitely off there. And the facts ended up being there was no basement, where apparently all this supposedly happened. And people were trying to decipher these emails, and pizza was code for sex with kids. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Where are you guys getting this from? This shit's fucking wild. Yeah, no, seriously, look into it. This shit is fucking stupid. Anybody would even fall for it.
Look, it doesn't surprise me
anymore. But that's the world we're living in. That's the world we're living in.
It's code for sex with kids.
Yes.
And it's like we talk. It's like
dominoes dropping off 8-year-olds.
Oh, man.
That was Jared's code. Pizza, sex with kids.
I can see that going bad.
Was ordering pizza. That's fucked up.
Oh my god! Wow, it is bad, man.
Hey, man.
Especially like when you get into the whole thing. Like I remember, it's been brought up more than once, but everybody keep bringing up the flat Earth stuff, and it's a lot of stuff that just keeps resurfacing, and you're like,
one of our favorite topics.
Oh man, I'm still waiting for the 3 answers to my questions, and I took science completely out of it. I just went straight on logical things. I'm still waiting to hear back, but that's another story.
Hey, go ask Kyrie, see what he say.
God damn.
Kyrie Irving was like, man, I don't believe nothing that they tell me in books and much anymore. It's like, bruh, but like, it's he's one of them, man. The map is flat. Maps are older than the globe. It's like, yes, that's because
yes, of course.
Science exploration, like, come, shut up. Just play basketball. See, you have to tell him, like, yo, just hoop, bro. Just hoop and be good at hooping because this ain't your field.
I remember, oh my God. I remember I was listening to one, and I don't even know how we got to that, but, their logic was, the government's lied to us before. I said, yeah, that's true. But I'm like, you have to bring reason as to why somebody's going to go through an elaborate lie. Yeah. I'm like, what benefit? I want to ask everybody this. Anybody who's tuned into this, you're here listening to the Critical Dump featuring the Buffet Boys. So the question is what benefit would any establishment, government, rich folks, whoever, would have by telling you the earth is not flat?
Mm-hmm. It's a good question.
I mean,
you know what the funniest thing about this flat Earth movement is? That's the hottest topic that we've gotten so far. From our short run so far, we have like 16 episodes out or 15 episodes out. The first gotten the fastest is for flat Earth, and that's people saying, "Oh yeah, no, it's true." I'm like, I don't have time to be showing you guys basic science. Like, it's fucking ridiculous.
Here's what I always say. You got to ask these 3 questions. And because let's just be honest, science confuses people. Numbers confuse people. So let's take the, physics and the just general science out of it. You got to ask these 3 main questions. 1, where are the edges? Because if it's a flat surface, regardless if it's round, squared, or whatever, it has to have an edge to where it ends. All right. How can you travel one direction and go around in a circle and end up back where you were? Because like I said, I could travel to California from Florida, but I'll head east instead, and I'll still end up back in California. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. 2, why isn't there a point or a period where the entire Earth has sunlight? Because if it's a flat surface and as large as the sun is, if it were over the top of this flat surface, you will have sunlight everywhere.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I've had conversations. With people that believe that flat Earth shit, and some of the things that they've told me as to why they believe it, I've never really stared at anyone and been like, are you on drugs? Like you can't honestly believe the shit that's coming out of you. Like, I've never, I'm trying to remember exactly what one lady told me, to the point where I was like, yo, I can't speak to you ever again. Like, I can't. Oh yeah. I asked her, I'm like, so I was like, so how do you think that we stay like on Earth flat, right? Because she kept telling, she brought up gravity, and I told her, well, how do you explain gravity? She literally said gravity is nothing but minerals. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
No, they're not.
Like, no. I was standing there like, yo, are you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay,
this was a 45-year-old woman. I was like, yo, how do you live life? Woman. I was like, yeah. How do you manage to live your life this way? Like, how? How? What do you?
Look, common sense ain't that common. That's why.
Goddamn! If she would have said gravity consists of atoms.
Nah.
Then yes. Then she would have that would have made a whole lot more sense than minerals.
Okay, yeah.
She said minerals. I was like, minerals? Like, I really wanted to jump out and be like, what the fuck are you talking about right now? Because with your own flat Earth theory, just that alone, you can get it.
Somebody failed IPC.
Substance. Yo, I don't get what some of these people like. It boggles my mind because Vic and I had this conversation a while back, which was, science. Like you said, science is difficult for some people. Not everybody understands it, but just because you don't understand it doesn't mean that it's not true.
Yep.
And even with simple fucking facts, people still don't want to take it, and that should just that to me just furthers this whole notion that people, when they have their own ideas and they run with it, it doesn't matter if it's logical, doesn't matter if it's rational, doesn't matter if it's a fact. People will base things on faith, and you can't argue with people of faith.
No.
You just got to let them rock. You just got to let them hold it.
And it's one thing that I learned. It was actually I learned in one of my entry-level courses to public health. And one of the ladies said this one statement, and after that I said, that's the realest statement I ever heard. She said, when it comes to facts have rarely, if ever, changed how people felt about something.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
That's true.
And she said, use this example, because she basically put in the health aspect. She said, how many people still eat bad stuff? How many people still smoke cigarettes? How many people still binge drink, knowing the consequences, potentially?
Yep.
How many times are you sliding them in that chick raw, knowing that you might catch a baby?
That's because I had faith in my pullout game, but it failed me at that point.
Let me bounce this off you guys. Okay, so I'm not going to go back to the Pizzagate thing, but it's going to segue into something else. So right after the Pizzagate scandal, that directly led to Hillary Clinton proposing legislation for the government to crack down on fake news. But a part of the problem that some people were having with it was that who are going to be the gatekeepers for determining what's fake news and what's not. Because if we remember the DNC with the WikiLeaks, they were several months were dismissing it as a cybercrime and not really talking about the essence of it. There was an interview roughly 5-6 days ago with Ted Koppel and Sean Hannity. Ted Koppel called out Sean Hannity talking about you're bad for America. You've created a fan base that more so appeases to an ideology than facts. Does everybody agree with that?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. 100%. 100%.
So are these people dangerous for America?
Absolutely.
I think
Absolutely. And that's the thing. It's go ahead.
Yeah, man. I think they are, but like I was just saying earlier, if you just take everything that people throw at you and you just agree with it because that's what you're tending to agree with it anyway, that's your problem. You need to go ahead and. I mean, we're in a critical dump, right? You got, and you got to think for yourself. I don't agree with everything the Dems or with liberals or even progressives think. I lean that way, but I mean, if it's true, it's true. So I mean, that's the way you got to take everything. And I feel like we've gotten away from that in the big picture, and we tend take value in thought anymore. We don't give credit to smart people anymore, and
we discredit smart people.
That's kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
People want to be more entertained than to be thought provoked. I think
it's easier.
That sounds about right.
It's just late. It's just late. It's just late.
Dance for me, clown. That's about it.
Man. You had a point you want to make.
As far as it being bad for America, absolutely. These people are spewing hateful rhetoric, and the only way we progress is by coming together. That's really, there's really no way to cut it, but this has been happening for forever. The only difference is it's in the forefront. We have access to it. We could see it. We could see the video. We could see the tweet. We could see all of it. Before it was happening, it's just we weren't like, I couldn't see what was going on in Texas. You couldn't see what was going on in California. Like 30, 40, 50 years ago, we only caught whatever was on the news at 6 or 7 or 8.
Yeah,
now you can see that shit. Yeah, now shit's 24/7.
You can see it as it's happening.
Yep. Yeah, but of course, it's bad for this country. The thing is, like I said earlier, it's based on faith. The people that listen to Hannity, the people that listen to Bill O'Reilly, it doesn't matter. You don't have, if you give them facts, it doesn't matter. He can say whatever he wants, and they will follow blindly because they believe in that shit that he's saying so much that it doesn't matter, and all that does is just divide. You know what I mean? Like even if we have common ground, that ideology alone separates all of us.
Yeah.
Now, do you dismiss? My question: do you dismiss those people? Like, do you just not listen to them at all? Because I say that because when I was working construction, I was driving a dump truck. And I would listen to AM radio. And one of the best ways, and I kind of came to this realization, one of the best ways to fight somebody who doesn't agree with you is to listen to what they got to say so you can have better ammo.
Yeah. Yep.
So you got to listen and listen objectively. Listen to them objectively and be like, oh, okay, so that's what you mean. Well, let me tell you what it really is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not listening to them to respond to them. I'm listening to them to see where their head is, to see what they actually think. And then once I get that idea, it's like, oh, okay, now I can make a much more educated rebuttal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree with that.
And repeat everything back to, some people don't know what they said until you say it back to them.
I have that problem with my wife sometimes.
Nah, you're not winning that one, man. That's you just say, baby.
What do they be like? All black people are drug dealers. So what you're telling me is that that all black people are drug dealers? What about the ones who aren't drug dealers?
Oh, well.
Except for those.
Except for those. Okay,
Yeah.
so all black people aren't drug dealers. Like, well, I mean, if that's how you want to put it, no, that's what you just said.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's one of those things. Like, because people have, instead of actually having a clear thought, they have what I would like to call hooks. That's why I told people, man, look, as much as y'all hate it, Don T was the best battle rapper in political history. Because he had hooks. That's all it took.
Fire 16.
Basically. So all he had was bars. Like, think about it. Make America great again. Lock her up. Drain the swamp. These are all hooks for tracks. That's basically all he did. Yeah. But it's what hooked people in. It's what got them. Now, I didn't say I had substance behind it. But it got you here.
Yeah,
he's like the little Yachty of the hip hop game right now. He's just
basically
making something like.
Yeah,
no, just hearing these cats' names make my stomach hurt.
While you
play,
he's like the young thug.
I did go back and listen to that that 2016 Cypher. I was like, man, this shit is extra dumpster juice, man.
Yo, that shit needs to get deleted from every YouTube. Anything that has video on it, oh my god. Oh,
one of them niggas actually stopped rapping and started mumbling. One man stopped rapping and said, I'm like, what the?
Here's the bad thing is ciphers are written. You had time to write, and that was the line that you put out there?
They're just that lazy. I think they're just that lazy. They're just like, fuck it, I'll just gonna make something up.
I'll just do whatever.
If you wrote that, bro, spell it.
Yeah, but
spell what you just wrote.
But here's what I would say with that though. It's just like with music, any form of entertainment, any things like politics, all that stuff. The people got to realize they have a lot more control than they're willing to admit if you actually want to, like you said, come together and all these different things. Because imagine people all of a sudden come together and say, man, you know what? Fuck Lil Yachty. I ain't listening to that shit ever again. He ain't going to be nowhere because ain't nobody buying his stuff now. So he like, well, shit, all right, I got to switch it up or I got to get out the game.
You're going to get out the game.
I don't believe he's smart enough to switch it up.
But then again, if people rock with you, you're going to continue to go with the status quo. So it's like when you look at these situations where more corporations are running your established governments and they have more pull than you. And it's one of those things, it's like you kind of have to the politicians have to realize that there's going to be a backlash for you not representing us properly. But we haven't gotten that yet.
My problem is, what were people thinking was going to happen by putting a fucking businessman as a president? The guy's a fucking billionaire. What do you expect from a billionaire? Like, he doesn't know anything about politics.
No,
he's just going to make the shit a lot more worse than what it was already.
That's what they liked. They were like, they thought that, and to be fair, a lot of people were, disenfranchised across the country, losing jobs, and I mean, and Fox News pumping up fake ideas didn't help at all. But he talked to the people the way they wanted to be talked to. Kind of like we're talking right now. He talked their language. We all kind of speak the same way. The same idea. And he as much as I hate the guy, and I hated him before he ran for president, and it's no different now. But he kind of tapped into the vein of out of racist white individuals in the middle of the country. Well, across the country, I should say.
Yeah, he basically ran the reverse hope campaign. What you got,
bro? Okay, check this out.
Go ahead.
This shit just reminded me. Any of y'all watch Family Guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember how Lois won and became mayor? That's exactly what he did. He pulled a Lois Griffin.
So you say he watched that episode and said, you know what, that will work.
No. Keep it simple as
possible. That's how simple-minded they are.
And be as vague as I can. It's like, what she say? She said, terrorists. 9/11 was bad. A lot. Like, because that's what Jesus would do. Like, that was the stuff that she said, and people threw money at her.
Damn, it can't be this bad, man. It can't,
his whole political campaign was ran like a fucking cartoon.
You hit that nail on the head.
Yeah, man.
Actually, that reminds me. Which one of you was it that sent me that dinosaur skit?
That was
from
me.
Your TV show Dinosaur. Yes, that was
BP Richfield.
But to speak to that, there are a few people amongst his constituents that are in fact racist. I would agree with that.
Oh, of course.
But I think that for the most part, oh my gosh,
Emperor Bannon. That's where we're gonna go with.
Emperor Bannon.
I think unfortunately there was one friend who I spoke to 2 days ago, and he would offer the most dumbest excuses, the most usual one. I would need to bring in somebody that a business guy who can run the government like a business. I was like, nigga, this is not a fucking business. What the fuck is wrong with you? But even to that, like, he ran on a populist campaign. He spoke to the issues, even though pretty much the last thing that people would congratulate him for, he just threw that out the window 2 days ago. Because you remember when he was hamping on TPP, but now certain provisions of the TPP, he's now going to transition over into NAFTA, the International Tribunal. He's going to transition that into NAFTA. So pretty much he's backtracked on all his campaign promises, and he's appeasing more of the religious people with a very fervent religious ideology, your hardcore Christians.
It's evangelicals.
Those people. Which makes up a very small group. I mean, everybody identify with one, or maybe not with all. Some people just kind of are in this woo area. But it seems like mostly this cabinet is mostly consisted of people of that mindset. And they got duped. I mean, and even to that friend who I spoke to 2 days ago, like, he to this day has not even apologized. He just like, just so cordial about it. And I'm just like, nigga, you voted for this motherfucker, and you have put us in this situation. Do you not have anything to say? Not a motherfucking thing.
How was your weekend? No. Don't try to change it up on us now, man. You know how many people I've seen this all over Facebook and on the news a few times. There's a lot of people who are like, yo, we really did get duped. Like, we voted for this dude and he's fucking up everything. And smart people like us who probably didn't vote for the dude is like,
no shit.
Seriously, what did you think was gonna happen?
We told y'all from the beginning.
We've been trying to tell y'all. We've been trying to tell y'all ever since he tried to blame Obama for not the whole what was that birth certificate issue.
Oh my gosh. Hey guys, should we have like a we told you so much? You know, kind of like the women's march?
Yes, let's do it. Right now, we're starting the we told you.
Make it happen.
Man, I already said I got my speech ready. I
can print up the signs. I really can. You can walk through the streets like,
oh, man. All right, so
we told you so. With who was that dude?
Man.
Who's the dude, the little battle rapper? Who made the face, the meme for the face. God damn, okay. He on Wildin' Out now.
Oh, not
the little short dude.
Conceited,
yeah. We need a we told you so with his face
with
on
that face.
Oh man. So let me go ahead and get into this laugh. So you had your man Bill O'Reilly, dumbass, and he was going in on Senator Waters. Also, one good thing is he also had a lot of sexual assault cases against, or sexual harassment cases against him as well. And as of right now, he's settled like 5 of them. He paid about 13 mil. Either he paid it or the company paid it. And I'm like, damn, that's okay. And allegedly, he has the #1 program in cable TV. What the hell is going on? But anyways, he got to get this. He got to get this heat, man. I'm sorry. First of all, Eric, go ahead.
Well, I mean, look at the network that he's on. I mean, Fox News is very well known for spewing right-wing talking points. I mean, this is just kind of comes with the territory, even though MSNBC can be said the opposite. And CNN kind of plays neutral. They kind of every so often you see them breaking trend, but they eventually circle right back in at some point in time. Go for it.
But no, I was just sitting there saying, like, how he get on one? He tried to give a little corny ass joke, trying to talk about her hair.
That was
she had like a James Brown wig on. I'm like, if you don't sit your old, I wanted to go right, but I was like, I can't do that. I'm not gonna do that. But
yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. No, see, that's the problem. That's the problem that we have now. Is we try to back up. Nah, fuck that. Let it go.
Be like,
let it fly.
If you don't sit your old white crusted, that's why you gotta get out there trying to grab on snatch, because ain't nobody want your dumb ass out here. So you out here trying to talk noise, and then she gave him that fire back though. She was like,
she did.
Oh, I heard.
Did you hear it?
I heard about.
What'd she say?
Yeah, so basically she was like, she don't give a fuck what he got. I'm paraphrasing. Basically, I don't give a fuck what you got to say. Straight up. That's basically what she said. So she was like, man, look, you can't move me. You can't scare me. You can't do none of that stuff. I'm here to talk about the issues, not you. It's like, hey, that's word.
But you know when I saw that segment when he did that, like I would have maybe let that slide a little bit more if he would have pulled the joke and then spoke to the substance. But he didn't even speak to the substance.
Yeah.
Never. I couldn't even focus on what she was saying just because of her James Brown hair. It's like,
what? Get your pasty fucking mayonnaise eating. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
I'm like, man, look, it's funny how you can say that from the safety of your studio. I bet you ain't gonna roll up on nobody and say it, but that's just
this goes back to when he was talking shit about Ludacris. Was it like 15 years ago when he came out about his remember Ludacris had that Pepsi commercial and he just out there just barking, flying off at the mouth. And Ludacris was like, man, fuck you. He literally said, fuck you. He did. Come and catch these hands. And Maxine Waters pretty much paraphrased it in a different way. Like, I don't have time for your shit. Right? So you you beat your fucking wife in front of your kids. Why don't you go handle that instead of worrying about what I got on my head?
Yeah, don't he have like back child support? He don't pay child support, some shit like that. I know they said him and his kids' relationship is fucked up.
I believe it.
I don't know, but I know Trump. I know Trump had to pay back a whole lot of the money that a lot of them Trump University students.
Oh yeah, I heard that too.
Wasn't there supposed to be a ruling about whether or not individual students could sue him as well?
I hope
that was supposed to be this week.
Probably. They probably can.
And I don't know if I'm wrong here, but I think it was the judge presiding over the case was the guy that he said couldn't be impartial for
because he's Mexican.
Because he's Mexican. Yeah.
Oh,
my people. Fuck you.
Where's that dude from? New Jersey or Connecticut or something?
Yeah, no, I don't know. He was born here.
He was born here. Yeah. Man, you know what?
My God, bro.
I hope they do that.
Somebody
That's right. Drain the swamp.
Hey, everybody! Hey, look, I believe this. Everybody needs to just go ahead and buy these cats shovels so they can dig their own graves with them, because that's all that's happening right now.
The funny thing is, they were saying that it shows thriving even more now after all this shit happened.
Controversy sells, man. Unfortunately.
Well, the political landscape right now, as it's going, I think about 2 days ago, Donald Trump was sitting at a 36% approval rating, which is historically the most lowest one ever.
Bruh, that shit is below 35. His approval rating is below 35%, and he actually hit 35% faster than anybody in the history. He hit that shit within 90 days.
Nah, that's fake news, remember?
It took some cats.
Took my bit. I was waiting on that.
So like my thing is, or at least my opinion, I think you'll start seeing a sort of a shift away where when his approval rating gets so low, some of the Republicans are going to start breaking trend away from just riding that line. Because if you already saw, Donald Trump does that himself all the time. Remember what they all with the American Health Care Act, where he made a call out to Fox News on Twitter. He said, "Watch the Janine show," and then Janine was like, "I forget that guy. How do I forget his name?"
Paul Ryan needs to get the fuck out.
Paul Ryan needs to step. And I'm like, nigga, what? I was like, dude, that's like if I tell my homeboy, "Hey, tell my girlfriend I don't want to have nothing to do with her anymore." Like, what? Hold on, no.
Hey man, break up with her for me.
Hey, Paul Ryan looked like great value Aaron Rodgers. So maybe it's just me. I posted that on Facebook, but he looks like discount Aaron Rodgers.
Nah, he's Eddie Munster.
He's Eddie Munster.
Yeah.
He said that discount double check Aaron Rodgers.
I'm just saying, but what else was it? It was something else. Damn, I didn't forget. Whatever.
I didn't say Paul Ryan because for some reason Paul Wall popped up in my head.
Yeah.
I was like, that's definitely not right.
Don't disrespect one of H-Town's mics.
Hey, Paul Wall's going to be running. Paul Wall's running in 2020, just to let you know, along with Oprah.
Nah, man.
That Slim Thug is
remember Kanye said he going 2020.
Scott Van Pelt. Just run. Hey, I'm sorry, but seriously, if Donald Trump can run for president and win, I don't believe anybody shouldn't be able to run for president. Yep. I think everybody should be able to just be like, you know what? Fuck, I'm all right. Like, I mean, if he can.
Yeah, we had the two ends of the spectrum in the last run for president. Like, if Obama could do it, anybody can, right? In a positive way. And now, if Trump could do it, anybody could do it in a fucking negative ass way.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I mean, like, if Don T can make it, well, first of all, he was white and he had money. You know, no offense to any of my white listeners or anything like that. But look, real is real. Y'all know what's up. But hey, he did kind of put it out there. It's like, man, you know what? Anything's possible. Sky's the limit, goddammit. Go ahead and apply to be a doctor. You'd be like, yeah, doctor.
Anything-
Nope.
Oh.
Anything is possible.
But I woke up today and felt I should be a doctor. That's just how I rolled with it.
Is anybody's perception of the Republicans is sort of like, like with the internet privacy legislation that they just.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and it's like the Republicans are like pirates. Like they're just like taking it and like they're just going with it like all the fucking way. So what are your thoughts on them allowing ISPs to sell your data, sell your social security number, your medical information?
There, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Y'all are taking the content. Y'all are taking the next show we're gonna do.
Whatever. Hey, you better watch out.
Y'all understand how this is gonna work?
Pornhub searches. You better watch out.
Oh my God!
Oh man,
all that crazy shit you look at. You better watch out.
Well,
Watch out.
wait a minute. Y'all see how this can be how this can go bad for the same people who did that. Everything that they've done also goes up for sale.
I, for some reason, feel like it's not going to work the same way, though. I don't think it's going to work the same way for them. They go have
Kind
some
of like
shit
when they wrote the Constitution. You know what we mean.
except there's an amendment there.
Daniel Tosh. I don't know how many of y'all actually watch his comedy. Daniel Tosh was talking about. He was like, I just wonder if when the founding fathers were writing the Constitution, they looked at each other and like winked. It's like all men are created equal.
Wink.
You know what we mean.
You know who we're talking about.
Go get me some coffee, boy. It's like, God damn.
Oh shit.
Oh damn! Come on.
That's what he said. Like, I trust me. I've watched the comedy special enough times. Like, that shit is hilarious. But
Oh man! So
check it out.
Speaking of comedy, if everybody at this show watched Dave Chappelle special already,
Of course.
everybody.
I'm
partially through the first one, man. I can't watch it during the day because the little ones be here, and I don't have time to be answering all these questions. What does that mean, Daddy? You know. but you know, you see,
Oh shit.
I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
Got broke head.
What's a transvestite, Dad? Listen,
Oh,
Like,
no.
as they
Ain't got
both,
time
you
for
just
that
look
right
at you
now.
like, go to your room. But I'm gonna finish them tonight. As soon as I put her down, I got both of them on my playlist to go ahead and get it popping. But I know it's great because, you know, in my opinion, Chappelle is one of the greatest comedians of all time. I don't know another dude that can go away from a while, come back, and still knock it out the park. That's me saying.
Yeah.
Chris Rock can do it. Somebody actually said that Chris Rock's comedy had a little more content than Dave Chappelle's.
Yeah, maybe.
Not saying that Chris Rock was funnier, just content-wise, you know, Chris Rock had a little more content than Dave. And I was like, I thought about it and I was like, like comparing red apples to green apples, which one is better? It's just a matter of preference to me.
Well, I'll tell you this much: Chappelle's had, I think, since he started, even with his old stand-up, he has jokes that not everyone gets.
Yes.
And if you get them, they're funny as fuck.
Yep.
But if you don't, you're just kind of like, I guess, you know. But
Right.
his old show, there was people there that I know that didn't get the jokes, and that shit is fucking hilarious to me. And if you don't get it, it shit just goes right over your head. And I think that's what makes Chappelle such a genius, is that he's tapped into both, where he can hit you with just about anything.
He's got that weird ass mind. That's why some of the shit comes wild. But I kind of like his ability to kind of think outside the box.
Yeah.
And and it ain't the same old, you know. You don't know what to expect from him. So I mean, the Chappelle Show proved it. His stand-ups prove it, and you know, he's gonna go down as one of the greatest ever.
I can go with that.
To this day, I can pop in the Chappelle Show and laugh like I never watched it before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, straight up.
And you know what's coming. You know the
Right.
joke that's coming.
Hey man, look, go to Queens and give me a sugar cookie. You like, oh yeah, sugar. You just that's it. It's like,
Give me some Cambodian breast milk.
yeah, thank you. But I do also say like what it was with Dave, because like I used to watch For What It's Worth, and I forgot the other one that he did,
Killing Them Softly.
But some of the jokes, you have to have an understanding of your environment or what's going on to kind of really fully get it. And if you out here, brown nose, and if you out here just don't know what's really going, it's going to go over your head, because you're like, what is he talking about? So that's why I used to enjoy it, because I'm like, oh shit, let me go read up on the news and read a book or two so I can know what the fuck he's talking. I want to laugh too. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what was that one joke where he was riding with his friend Chip, and Chip started racing, and the cop stopped him, and Chip was like, I'm sorry, officer. I didn't know I couldn't do that. Like, what the fuck? How can you get away with this?
Oh, man. It's funny because I think a lot of us have been in that situation. You ride with your white homies, and all of a sudden we get stopped. You like, oh shit, I know I don't do shit, but I know I'm going down. And they just come look.
Your white buddies is like, hey, relax.
Yeah, just
I got
chill.
this.
And man, look, I done been when they got mad. The cops are like, no, don't do that. Don't know. Oh, y'all have a good evening. We had a good evening, nigga. Hold on, you know. It's like you had me.
You can't take me to jail. You know who my dad is. And it's like, oh, see, and I brought that up one time. I don't know if I brought it up on the show or not. I believe all white people who get away with shit like that got something on somebody. They got something on one of those people in the police department, whether it be the chief, that particular officer, or the entire department themselves. They got something on them. That's the way they're able to get off.
You think so, but that's just white privilege right there.
I ain't gonna lie. Don't it kind of piss you off when you are in that situation and they don't do anything? Then you like, wait, hold on. Hey man, if that was me, so you saying I'm not getting to jail now, right? Is that what you gotta remember where you are.
Nah, fuck that. You need to come back now. Profile me. Fuck that.
I'm taking all of us. Come on.
I'm not used to that. Hey, come back. No. We gotta run this shit back.
Oh man, that's terrible.
That Chappelle shit. He was catching a little backlash because of some of the jokes that he was saying. How we've come such a long way. There's so much. We're so progressive now. Yeah. He was talking about transgenders and LGBTQ, and they came out just. Chappelle came back, but he hasn't changed, and that's not a good thing. And I'm like, listen, it's comedy. Yeah. I mean, if we're going to get to the point where people need to think about the jokes that they're going to say, knowing damn well it's satire, knowing damn well it's comedy, then what's the point? Yeah. Literally, what's the point?
The moment you start censoring comedy,
we can't. We're living in a PC world as it is. You can't pick and choose. And I mean, to me, this shit is funny. Do I agree with everything he's saying? No. But the shit's hilarious. You can't cut it. I mean, it is what it is.
He was just kind of he was being honest. He was just kind of like, hey, look, he's like, look, we kind of progressed to the point where, being gay is very acceptable now, and people kind of don't bat an eye. But, he still has an issue with seeing a transvestite walking down the street. Not that he has a problem with them, but the fact that, it kind of...
Transgender.
That was just...
Hey, man, how many more fucking letters are they going to add to this shit?
I still kind of... I miss the days where kind of looked like... he was kind of being honest. So I think that they gave him kind of, a short end of the stick there.
See, I'm gonna ask this question. I'm like, I would say, look, if that's your thing, okay, cool. But I'm like, is it wrong that if you out, let's say you still in the game, and you out, and now you got to start questioning a lot more. You like, wait, hold on. I'm sorry, I need your birth certificate. I need somebody to verify this information. Like, would that be fucked up though? Because I done seen people get mad. They're like, oh, it shouldn't matter. You like, what? No, I should have the option if I want to mess with that or not. I want to have an option where I put
let me know.
Yeah.
What? I think me and Quentin already spoke about this. a little while ago. I think you probably remember that conversation about his comments about the LGBT community. And like, I was watching it, and I was like, ooh, he's skirting the line. He recovered because I'm a part of the LGBT community. And I was like, ooh, he's skirting that line. But then he came back. But I was like, somebody's still going to be a bitch about it, yo.
Hey, if you see some of those people in that crowd, some people have some very long faces. And there's some people that were fucking dying. And this person right next to him, like, I can't believe this motherfucker just said that.
I don't know. I guess when it comes to comedy, it just depends on who you are. Because I'm like, if you had a gay comedian talking about straight men, I'll laugh at that shit. I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, that's right. I do that shit. It's true. I wouldn't care. That's me, though. But
yeah, I don't think there's a problem with preference. If you have a preference, it is what it is. If you don't want to, if you want to know that, hey, listen, I used to be a man, I'm like, I don't fuck with that, then what's the problem? It doesn't mean that I have something against you. That's just not my flavor. I don't roll that way. You know.
And that's what I'll say. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, look, some dudes like, you know, you gotta be like Eddie off of what's that, Boomerang? Hey man, she fine, but her toes jack. I can't rock with you.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Listen, you got them Haitian feet, ma. I can't do that.
No. Speaking of feet, hey Quinn, did you ever find out if she has that 6 toe?
No, man, I gotta. You're talking about Halle Berry, and allegedly she got that 6 toe, and I'm like, can I still push through? I mean, I wonder, like,
No.
Wait, hold on.
What do we miss?
Wait, Q, you messing with a chick with 6 toes?
No.
You going out with X-Men? What is going on with you?
Allegedly, Halle Berry has a 6 toe on one of her feet.
I can't fuck with.
Yeah. So allegedly, Halle Berry has a 6 toe on one of her feet, one of her foot.
What?
And I remember Eric brought. I said 6 toe. I said Halle Berry is fine. Can I go through with it? Like, could you sit there and be like, you know what? If she throws some socks on, I think I should go through.
Well, the one thing I know, she can't wear the little toe socks. They ain't a 6 slot for them.
No,
she cut a hole and stitch another one. Like that should be weird. I don't know. I think I can push out, bro.
Like with the 6 toe, like does it move or does it just dangle off to the side?
It's like a little small one off, like to on the side of her pinky toe.
Oh, like a little nub.
Yeah,
like a little nub.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, as long as you getting your pedicures, I'm cool with it. I mean, whatever. You know what I mean?
Don't ask me to rub.
I'm not. No. No. I'm gonna have a lot to
explain. She wear wider shoes?
Man, I'm sorry. That'd be that situation where she just
going too far with this.
That'd be that moment she just love missionary. She, I want to put my legs on your shoulder. You're like, I really don't want this 6 toe by my face though. I think I'm about right with that.
Like, remember what was it? Scary Movie 2, where the dude with the little hand, you know, the little it's like the little nub just chilling off to the side. Nah,
that's kind of like, oh man, that's kind of like my homeboy. We talk about at work about Claudia Jordan. I don't know if you ever seen hers or not.
Hey, Claudia Jordan is bad than them other fuck, but she gotta wear socks.
Like
she got what?
Matter of fact, hey, look, if you buy your phone or you can pull up a window, look up Claudia Jordan feet, and then tell me yay or nay. But
Claudia
like you said,
Jordan's feet.
She's bad though.
Yeah, because I'm finna. God damn, I hate you.
Eric, you gotta look it up too, man.
That's rough.
No. What? That ain't real. Wow. I mean,
so see, look, you got
what the fuck? Yo.
God. Yo,
wow.
Hey, she got them
Yo, what is she wearing?
She got them dashiki. She got them dashiki from Don't Be a Menace feet.
Hey man, she got them little heels on there, man. But I'm like, man, I do call this. I say that's God's punchlines, man. I can't make nobody too bad. I got to make something wrong with them.
Yeah, but Claudia. I mean, let's be real, because Claudia Jordan is bad.
Yeah, but her feet, man, like yo, she got like little toes growing out of her regular toes, man. What the fuck?
Oh shit!
Oh man, matter of fact, put that to the audience. Hey, all my fellas that's listening right now. We all know. Look up Claudia Jordan. First, look at her. She's cold. I'll tell you that. And then you gotta look up.
Oh yeah, she is.
Could you still do it? That's the question.
Yeah,
I mean,
yes, yes, I can see. Yes,
you know, I have this question. Y'all know
him on my shoulders though.
I have this question. Do you know who Bernice Burgos is?
I'm looking it up now.
All right.
Yeah, she's another one.
So Bernice Burgos with Adrian Broner's feet.
Oh man, hold up.
Wait, what?
Type in, look up Adrian Broner's feet.
Man, I gotta have that in my search history. My wife goes, "Why you looking up another man's toes?" Oh man, see, baby, I was on this. I was doing the show, all right, and
nah, man,
blame it on that, baby. Blame it on that.
This guy has too much money to have feet like fucking werewolves.
Oh boy, hold on, this is bad.
Hold up.
I feel like this is going to be terrible.
Look, I gotta look. Yeah, I know. It'll be one of those, man. Look, I gotta cut.
Shit.
God damn. Okay.
Oh, wait, hold up. I think I just seen it. Man, what is going on? Come on, man. This ain't real.
Yo.
What's wrong with this nigga's?
Nah, this dude got black toes. This dude got black nails on his feet, man. What's going on, man?
I'm blessed to be in this position in my life, but God finessed me on my feet.
Oh man.
Okay,
hold on. I need some stipulations.
God missed him on this feet thing. He was like, "Hey man, you got all this talent, but we got to make something wrong with you, nigga. Your feet,
man, you got bread. You got millions. You should be able to, at the very least, take care of them feet, man. Because that shit. So that's the question: Bernice Burgos or the baddest chick that you can think of in those feet?
All right, that's the question, y'all. Y'all hit us up in the comments on Twitter. Can she wear socks? That'll be the first question.
I mean, y'all gonna have to take showers together at some point, right? So
nah, man. I tell her, look, we gonna have 2 baths specifically for this reason. I can't be in there. Matter of fact, when you get, man, I'm gonna buy you socks for the shower. What is this?
I don't want you scratching up my tub.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Think about how that would mess up the mood. You like, oh man, this girl bad. I'm about to. You get her down, and then you get that. For some reason, you like, okay, she wore a regular heel that covered everything. I ain't all right. Oh man, what is this?
Scratching up the hardwood floor.
I'm like, your feet look like Jamie Foxx's on Booty Call, man. What's going on?
Damn, that's messed up, Q. Like you been kicking trees down.
God, damn. He says, snatch a salmon going up river.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh,
so
shit.
we're gonna start winding this down, man. Hey, look. Vic, man, go ahead and plug y'all stuff one more time. Let folks know where they can find you.
All right, man. We're the Buffet Boys. We're on any podcast catcher you got. We're on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, all that shit, Podbean. So you can also interact with us on Twitter and Instagram, Buffet_Boys. And we put out a new episode every Tuesday. Wednesday, we have problems. So yeah, man, give us a listen.
And shout out to the UML Network again, Urban Mogul Life Network. We out here. You feel me? And we appreciate it, Q, man. Appreciate it, Eric, all y'all, man. This shit was amazing. We really thank y'all for putting us on your show. Obviously getting us out there to some more listeners, man. This was dope, man.
Hey, man,
this is the first one we've done.
Oh, word. Hey, man, shit, that's what's up, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Rito, you got anything coming up?
Not that I can think of currently, but I'm still training people out here in Beaumont. On top of that, we got a 3-on-3 basketball tournament for the foundation, for the organization that we got started. I'm not sure when that's going to take place, but I'll keep y'all posted. And because the event went so well this past weekend, the Compro Event Center wants us to throw a New Year's party. So if everybody wants to come down for New Year's, y'all more than welcome to show up and show out, man. It's gonna be business casual to cocktail party style dress, and it's all going towards raising the funds so we can build this building for the kids and stuff.
That's awesome, man. That's what's up.
Yeah.
What about you, man? Or is just working?
Yeah, we just working right now. I'm reading the news as we speak.
Why are you doing that to yourself, man?
Man, it says White House top aides raked in millions last year. Steve Bannon raked in over $1 million last year. Got the richest cabinet ever.
Oh, my goodness. Well, man, look, I'm your man, Q the Great. And, matter of fact, one event I'm going to try to put together. Matter of fact, I want to put the invitation to everybody. Ian, y'all already know about it, but I'm trying to do something for my birthday in May. I think that's a Memorial Day weekend. So, May 27th, I'm trying to put something together. Y'all come through if y'all want to be around Dallas. Or if you're going to be around Dallas, come through. We trying to put it together. Trying to find a venue and all that, so I'll keep everybody posted on that. Probably put a flyer out as well on Twitter.
See, I'm still trying to convince him about the strippers, but he's been very hostile about the idea.
Oh, man. See, look, he trying to get me slaughtered out here in these streets. Knowing my old lady ain't going for that.
Oh, wait. No, there were some comments that you made that I'm going to say off the record.
Oh,
boy.
God damn. You been putting that out.
Man. Q, I'll try to make it, bro. I'll try to make it, but that's that big family weekend that our cousins in Louisiana, they throw that huge family crawfish ball. So,
God damn. That's
I'll do my damnedest.
Hey, man, if you can, cool. But other than that, man, I ain't gonna be doing nothing. I'll probably be talking all my good shit on Twitter. That's right. Y'all can follow me at Q the Great or QIM. It's the same one. And also make sure to follow the show's or the network's page, which is the TCD Media Network. And we usually update it every so often where, if y'all want to interact with us, hit us up on there. You can catch us on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/The Critical Dump. You can find all the shows, Chopping It Up with Q, this particular show, as well as Happy Politics. And you can check us out on Spreaker. We use Spreaker a lot more, so if you can, go ahead, try to generate the traffic there as well. But we do check the SoundCloud and interact with people. Go ahead, comment. We like to hear what you have to say about all these things. And other than that, I guess nobody else.
Thank you one more thing, though. Whenever I do get ready to start my own, I think I narrowed it down to a few names, but I think the one that's sticking out in my head the most is Thoughts of a Thinker. It's really just going to be a bunch of random stuff that I done came up with or thought about that, that kind of sparked some good, that sparked good conversation in the past. You know what I mean? So be on the lookout for the Thoughts of a Thinker podcast.
All right, cool. Straight up. All right, man. So other than that, like I said, I want to thank my guests for coming through again. And it's been fun. Yeah. I had to cut it short because I was like, man, we'll be on here for 2-3 hours. So, man.
Really good, dog.
So other than that, man, I want to tell everybody, appreciate all the listeners, even new listeners. Y'all continue to come back and, I don't know, maybe we'll hold something like, all the people, if we get X amount of views and likes, or if you're a big interactor, man, we might bring you on as a guest on this particular show. Chop up game with us. We'll put something out there, but other than that, man, it's been real. Y'all be easy.
Judge banging like a blood, show a nigga love. Caught him with a kilo, so he hit him with a dub. We bulletproof the trucks like the ones in Iraq.